Once upon a time, this the memory. It's like synergy. Life the hardest teacher y'all could ever get the master. Get a test first, and y'all get that lesson after. Steve's never stressing them G's. What's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all back to Sync Music Mondays. That's right, Sync Music Mondays every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are Music Licensing, the coolest form, man. Shout out to y'all for listening, tuning in every week. Truly appreciate y'all, man. You know, every single week we dropping gems, music licensing, but also entertainment. So we tackle different topics, different subjects. So big shout out to y'all for tapping in faithfully, consistently. We appreciate y'all. All right. And as always, we're going to get into the word of the day. But today, I'm going to bring it back. You know, I got a word of the day that I love, man. Y'all know it. I live it. I preach it. I teach it. Persistence wears down resistance. That's always my go-to, my number one. To always stay consistent, stay persistent with your dreams, your aspirations, whatever things in life that you may desire, that you want to accomplish. Don't let anything stop you or deter you. And always make sure you surround yourself with like-minded people that can help elevate you to the next level. And that is the word of the day. All right. But for today, we're going to get into a topic that, is near and dear to me. So, today, something that I wanted to talk about with you guys is a person by the name of Sarah Hunt. Some of you may be slightly familiar with her, some of you may not. Sarah, just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, I first met Sarah in 2007. So back in 2007, I got an email to my inbox, and this person was telling me that they can basically help me get my music in television and film. Prior to that, I never knew anything about that. Sync licensing or getting music and TV and film. I never knew what that was. It was very new to me, so I really thought it was bullshit. Because everybody's trying to take advantage of artists, trying to separate you from your money. So I didn't think it was anything really to it. So I was like, whatever. I said, well, send a contract. I'll see what you could do. So fast forward, she says the contract. It seemed pretty fair. It was 50-50 splits. And I'll never forget, a couple months later, she cut me a check. And this was the first time that I actually started making money from getting my music and TV and film. Because prior to that, I was working with a lot of producers that work with Puffy, Sony, bunch of record labels. So I really didn't know what it was like to actually monetize music from TV and film. So from that point, I started making thousands of dollars annually from music licensing, and a lot of placements. I couldn't begin to tell y'all, from Monster Energy, Powerade with LeBron James, Power with 50 Cent, placement after placement after placement. I mean, you name it. I just got so many placements throughout the years. It's crazy. And Sarah was just, always an amazing person, man, always in my corner. And she worked for a company called Audiosocket, which are amazing people. And those are like some great friends of mine. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Vanessa and the whole team over there. So it was just a great team, great people that helped me a lot throughout the years to get familiar with the business that I was so aloof to, that I wasn't aware. And eventually, throughout the years or whatever, we kept that tight relationship, kept that tight bond. But then I got some bad news a couple days ago that Sarah had passed away. And that kind of hit me kind of hard, because it shocked me. It really shocked me, because she was such a staple, not only in the music licensing space, but in my life as an individual that was always a genuine, sincere person, never malicious, never anything negative, and never anything bad. Just always A1 from day one. So, I figured I wanted to take this opportunity, because not only do we talk about music licensing, but we talk about life. We talk about experiences that people have. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take this opportunity just to kind of give her flowers, and recognize her on my platform, because she gave me a platform. Because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for Sarah, I don't even know if I would have gotten to music licensing. I don't even know if that was something that eventually would come on my radar. Maybe so, maybe not. But I know for me and my trajectory, in my life, she is the catalyst that God had used to open up this lane for me and expose me to all the possibilities. So for that, I'm forever grateful. Big shout out to Sarah and her legacy. We'll keep it rocking for her. Big shout out to Audiosocket for always being a solid company, pro artist. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Vanessa, all the great people over there. And in terms of just like, just keeping a real legacy alive for a real great person, because that's what she was, And I think also this is an opportunity too for people to recognize the importance of appreciating the great people in your life, right? Because I think that's a big deal too. It's like you have to appreciate people because nobody knows what tomorrow holds, right? So a lot of times people get caught up in the tomorrow syndrome. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. But you realize you get to a point, fuck that. Like you got to live tomorrow today. That's one of my favorite sayings, tomorrow today. So meaning live in the present moment. Don't constantly put things off because you never know what the future may hold. You may have all these plans. It's like I see people a lot of times, they work so hard, they grind so hard, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether they got a 9 to 5. And it's always, when I retire, when I'm done with work, this or that. But who's to say, like, you'll be blessed and fortunate enough to make it to that perfect age where you feel it's the perfect time, right? It's never such thing as the perfect time, right? The only perfect time is now, because outside of this moment that you have, you don't know when will be the next opportunity that you'll have to do the things that you really want to do. So I say live tomorrow today, live in the moment, be present. And big shout out to Sarah, man. Sarah Hunt, man. Great friend of mine. Forever in our hearts. And, I just wanted to make you guys aware of her as well. If you hadn't, and I'll include a link to her website down below that she had. So, you guys could kind of just get familiar with who she was, the things that she accomplished, and the great person that she was, And real talk, leave the comments down below. You know what I'm saying? If you had engagement with her, feel free to shout it out. If you didn't, if you want to shout out somebody that was important to you in your life that unfortunately passed away, feel free to shout them out as well, man. I feel that while we're here, we kind of sometimes become the voice for the voiceless. So meaning the people that transition in the spiritual realm, we're still physically here. So, we kind of like carry that mantle and, kind of just champion their names and what they stood for. So their memory just doesn't fade away in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, much love as always. Much respect for tuning in. Rest in peace, Sarah. Much love.